One creator even said that she charged 80,000 naira and she edited all night only for the bride to come and say that she saw another angle from someone else's Snapchat. The girl should re-edit everything again. And I'm like, ha! Hey cuties, it's your girl Ma. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Events Lounge, your number one spot for all things events, entertainment, and everything in between. So if that sounds like something that interests you, hop on and let's get started. Today's episode is all about pulling back the curtains on the morning side of events in Nigeria. We're talking about these vendors surrounding the event industry. We want to know if they are making money or bleeding it. So we'll be diving into the profits, the losses, even the painful truth, including their prices. We are talking about these things today. Grab a drink, sit tight, and let's unpack this. Guys, see, Nigerian events are a whole movie. Every movie has a cast. The planner, the caterer, the decorator, the DJ, the MC, the videographer, the photographer, the content creator. Everyone has their lane. But one question stays constant. Are they really cashing out? Or they are just vibing on vibes? Let's talk about this. There are so many vendors in the events industry, but let's talk mobile videographers. These guys are now must-haves, trust me. They move around capturing behind the scenes beautiful Instagram-worthy clips and as well client teasers. But guess what? Nobody's talking about the type of girls they carry around, the effort it takes to edit those 30 seconds clips, and what a fair rate actually looks like. Okay, guys, so let's break it down. Now, according to recent industry insights and shared rate cards from, different content creators in Lagos, Nigeria, it was said that a standard mobile videographer package would range from 70,000 naira to 150,000 naira. That's a possibility on an average, right? For a standard package. And this package carries Instagram and TikTok edited clips, highlights reels, and behind the scenes. So if you want more, you pay more. But that's what the package will carry per event. I feel like that's fair. But I'm sure a lot of you have something to say. But let me explain why they deserve to charge whatever they charge. First off, these creators are investing in a smartphone worth over 800,000 naira. And I'm not even kidding. I know some of them might still be investing over 500,000 naira. I'm saying 800,000 naira, and it's not even cheap for starters, right? Some of them are still getting other tools like the gimbal. Gimbal is not cheap. The gimbal I use is not cheap. Do you get? My gimbal is DJI Osmo. So it's not even cheap for starters. So I'm trying to put myself in this scenario and I'm trying to make it as relatable as possible so people understand these things, right? And that's not the only tool you'll be getting. You have to get different lights. And those lights too are not cheap because even the normal LED light starts from 25,000 naira upward. So it's not even cheap because if you want the best quality, you will not even be using the one of 25,000 naira. Do you get? Now, I'm also going to tell you that these guys, they also invest in things like, tripod stand, microphones, because any vendor can contract a content creator. It could be a decorator that wants a review, or even a planner that wants a review from their clients, or even the client themselves that needs want to talk about their story, their love story, because I know love story is selling currently on Bella Ninja. So imagine if this couple want these things, you need an audible one for that matter. So if a creator is investing on these things, you know that it's not cheap. I'm not even going to mention all of the tools that they'll be needing, but let me talk about the fact that they also invest in subscriptions as well. Yes, I'm talking about software subscriptions because it is not enough, trust me, to shoot different beautiful angles and people will say, yeah, beautiful, nice, good angle, blah blah blah. If you don't have the right software to merge editing tool rather to merge these things together, you will not get the required result. We're not talking about logistics to the particular venue. We know people living in Lagos, I don't know about Abuja, but people living in Lagos, Nigeria, moving around Lagos, Nigeria is not cheap. Some clients can go as far as possible to do their event at places that you don't even know, you've never been to, and you have to take rides to those events, right? After all, you guys say, appear or dress how you want to be seen or whatever they call it. They would transport themselves to that particular venue, go as early as 5 a.m. to the venue to shoot the prep videos and everything, coordinate, smile when couples are not smiling to make sure they get the best out of it, even give all these pep talks in between. So it's not even easy because sometimes these creators are not like in the mood, but they have to be in a good mood to, give and bring out the best out of their clients. Because trust me, I've gone to shoot content with big painful cramps. That day I don't even want to go out. I've collected the money beforehand, so there's no, I cannot come and start telling these people another story. I know that it is their day and I want them to be happy, so I have to force that smile on me to make sure. It is even my assistant that will just say sorry ma, sorry ma. Do you get? So I had to force that smile on me to make sure that these guys get the best, so that when they go back and they look at these things, they will say yes. So these are all of the things that these creators put into consideration before they, charge you. So I feel like we should accord them their why prices. One creator even said that she charged 80,000 naira and she edited all night only for the bride to come and say that she saw another angle from someone else's Snapchat. The girl should re-edit everything again. And I'm like, ha! How will you feel? And they'll be the one saying, please, I don't have that amount, please take it. I keep saying this, that most times all these early brands, they feel like content creators are actually the main videographer. So we are supposed to be everywhere. We are supposed to have cameras east, west, north, and south. We should, don't follow my hand though. But we're supposed to have, cameras everywhere. And I don't know how I feel about this, but it's sad. So sad. If you had even charged your worth, and they correct, you even be doing it with love, because you know that the amount that you charge is okay, but you collected 80,000 naira for a wedding, and at the end of the day, they are telling you they saw another angle. Okay, if they know they can, why, if I'm not talk, I rest my case. Okay, guys, so let's play a quick game. I'll describe a vendor setup and you tell me what's the cost. So a vendor has an iPhone 15 Pro Max, makes use of a Rode mic, has a DJI Osmo gimbal, and edits with a CapCut Pro. What's the fair minimum charge for a wedding? Okay, guys, so let's play pitfall or profit. So I'm going to be stating different scenarios, right? This could actually help upcoming content creators so that you know how to make informed decision. Let's go. So you got a 30,000 naira gig in Ibadan and you're based in Lagos, Nigeria. You have to cover transportation yourself. They are not settling your transportation and you have to go cover the gig. We don't know how many hours that gig will take, but you spend time traveling to Ibadan. Transportation is on you. Is it profit or is it pitfall? Let us know. If you're live, you can leave the answer in the comments, but if not, just drop your answer at the end of the video. I'll be waiting. To be honest, it is pitfall. Trust me, you're already losing. You are losing before you even press the record button. Because how can you collect 30,000 naira based in Lagos to Ibadan? 30,000. That one is for what? Is it for transportation or for the food that you eat before you get there? Because I don't know. Please, pitfall. You've lost. Sorry. Don't do it, sir, if you have not. So the second scenario is you charge 120,000 naira, right, for an event, and you deliver that event in 48 hours, and the client tags you in at least 4 posts. What do you think? Profit or pitfall? Profit. And the reason is clients do not need to tag you in all of their posts. I know collaboration is a thing right now because it attracts audience from different people and it's good marketing. But that alone, 4 posts being tagged is beautiful. I know a lot of vendors and clients are not stingy these days. But even if you got somebody that their head is touching and they said, oh, I paid you, I don't need to tag you, blah, blah, blah. But they decided to tag you in just 4. Please take it and go, because you might meet more vendors. So that exposure is good for your brand, and it's a win-win for both parties, because your audience would also go and engage in their post. Nobody wants to post anything online and not get engagement, right? So it's a win-win for both of you, and I would say it's profit. You are good to go. So let's talk about how these content creators are evolving. Do you know that mobile videographers now offer pre-wedding packages? They also offer, Q&A for couples. They also offer highlights and also storytelling with reels. Even trends from TikTok, they do all of these things. So if your mobile videographer or your content creator is not doing this for you, please change them and come to that man, because we got you covered. Yeah, so these are all the things they covered. I mentioned collaboration before. Yeah, they collaborate, and this is good marketing, like I called it, to boost visibility for vendors. These days, other vendors contact these guys to help them boost visibility. I'm talking about decorators, I'm talking about cocktail vendors, I'm talking about chops vendors, that dessert vendors. Then I'm also talking about the planners themselves. Aside the fact that couples or celebrants contact these guys, planners also contact them. They do collaboration to boost visibility. So it's win-win for everybody at the end of the day. I've mentioned it before. But do you know that with all of these things that they do, they still fall into the hands of, scams, scums, and whatever we'll call them. They still fall into the hands of these guys that do not respect them or know the value that they are giving to begin with. So we need to learn how to be respectful, because these guys are giving you value. You've done your event, you've paid money. Your money does not equal all those beautiful moments that you would literally relive over and over again. I tell you that even if you've paid huge amount of money, I know some people pay a lot of money. I know there are some content creators that they literally have to fly out and all those things. But treat them well. They've had to invest in themselves to give you, they're actually giving you value. Do not disrespect them in any way. Do not talk down on them. The fact they are carrying their phone or digital account to follow you around to take these beautiful moments is because they feel like they want you to relive these moments years down the line, to say, yes, this is what happened, this is what went down at my event, right? So if you're owing any videographer or content creator, call them and pay them. Because I have a friend that after editing and shooting all his content and delivering it to the bride, she was now giving excuses that there is something that she saw in the clip that she's not even going to post it. That's the reason why most times I prefer to take my balance before delivering. But there are some clients that they'll be all nice and sweet with you until you get to the point where they have to pay you your balance, right? That is when the story will just change. So please pay these guys, pay them, and God Almighty will bless you. Amen. Okay, guys, so let's do this. I'm going to say a particular vendor situation, and you just have to reply yes or no in the comments. So looking at my screen right now, the first one is, vendor asked me to come 6 a.m. and they didn't feed me until 6 p.m. What do you have to say about that? So the second one is, I delivered 5 clips and they wanted 5 more clips because I had extra clips. What do you have to say? And finally, guys, the last one is, they said you will get exposure instead of payment. Ha! What do you have to say about this? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Vendors, they try you. To all my vendors, all my event warriors, well done. You've done well for yourself. Especially the videographers that we talked about today. You are doing great. The beautiful videos you're putting together are the story of the day. So know your worth. Do not let them price you like puff puff. Trust me. They need what you're giving. They need the value that you're giving. Know your worth and keep improving in yourself. And to my cuties who have listened to me throughout this, episode, I'm sure you enjoyed it. please, when contracting a mobile videographer or any vendor in the event space, do not disrespect them. Treat them well. Put yourself in their shoes. Know the value that they are bringing to you and appreciate them. If you can even tip them. And please tag them. Don't be selfish about it. Tag them. And like this video, share this video, comment on the video. I want to see all the answers to the questions that we asked. Follow me on other social media platform, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, bye.